I'm gonna start this video with an apology. I genuinely feel like I've let you guys down. I've overlooked a very large piece of information over the past couple of years regarding Jgod, and I've been wondering why Jgod defends a lot of these streamers. Now, who remembers when the likes of Zelena was getting exposed for using aimbot in Call of Duty Warzone 1? Jgod came to the rescue. What about like when Magnificent got permabanned? Jgod came to the rescue. What about when Mutex got accused of having Cronus Pro? In fact, no, what about when Mutex literally got caught red-handed with Cronus Pro on his desktop? Jgod and others like him came to the rescue. And I've been wondering why for a very long time. And thanks to somebody on Twitter actually reaching out to me today, I have the information. I know exactly why Jgod defends a lot of these large streamers. What if I was to tell you Jgod is just as bad as the rest of them? And I'm going to show you exactly why now. Jgod is notoriously known for his new meta videos explaining about the details of bullet damage and recoil control on all of these different guns, right? This is what actually helped him blow up to over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. However, there's a little bit of something in the history of his channel that maybe he should have deleted, but he didn't. And actually for a while, for about a year, YouTube didn't have the option for us to select oldest videos anymore. So we select oldest videos and scroll on down till about 5 years ago, I'd say, and we will find the video we're looking for. And pretty much every video around that period of time had the same thing in. So this is one of Jgod's videos from 5 years ago. This was uploaded on April 30th, 2018. 5.7k views, and it was from Call of Duty World War II. Maybe wondering what on earth are we doing back on World War II. This is not about the game itself. Some of the gameplay, by the way, we will look on, but let's have a look at his description on his video, and bear in mind, this is for every video. Something that a lot of streamers like to do back in the day, and a lot of content creators, is let their community know about their setup, and this is something some people still do to date. Now let's pay attention to this information here. Setup, how I record and stream: Elgato HD 60 with PC and OBS, Facecam, Logitech Pro 922, lighting, Neewer 18 outer fluorescent ring, editing software, Sony Vegas, headset, Astro 850, controller option 1, standard PS4 controller, controller option 2, Xbox Elite, using Cronus Max. So what we know from this is that Jgod owns a Cronus Max, and one other thing that we know from this is that Jgod's argument in this will be simple. I only used it so I could use an Xbox Elite controller on a PlayStation, right? That's going to be his argument. That brings me to the video itself. Anybody who understands how the Cronus Max and the Cronus M work, they will understand that there is a screen shake when it comes to using the sticky aim option. Not to mention the fact that this device not only is designed to use controllers on different consoles, but for scripts, specifically like auto drop shot, auto strafe, auto slide cancel, auto sticky aim, auto this, rapid fire that. Everything that can be used, and you think that Jgod owned that device and only used it to plug his Xbox controller in when there were other cheaper options to do so. The Cronus Max cost over £100 when it first came out, as far as I'm aware. Maybe about £80, don't quote me on that, but still an expensive device just to use an Xbox controller, especially when controller option 1 was a standard PS4 controller. Why did he need a second option using a Cronus Max? Now let's take into consideration the screen shake when it comes to watching or playing with
you just gotta play it by ear.
a Cronus Max or Cronus Zen. The screen shakes, and what this does is manipulate your controls to allow your aim assist to stick to an enemy for a little bit longer. It's essentially allowing you to strafe left and right extremely fast. So let's watch some of Jgod's gameplay from back then. Are you ready?
Here, I want to make sure I'm as safe as possible before I call it in, and right now I'm just kind of positioned a way that I'm trying to kill these people as soon as they come around this
you
corner.
See the screen shake?
Head glitch. Obviously I'm not using the grease gun right now. I'm still using the Lewis just because I felt like using the Lewis in that moment. I know I was lower ammo on the grease.
If you guys can't see that, right, pay attention to the rock on his right, and you can literally see his screen shaking. Whether or not you can see it from his crosshair, it's very minute, but because he stood next to this giant rock on his right, you can actually see his screen shaking.
So I kind of had to stick with this gun,
which is allowing him to have sticky aim.
At this point, I've already
see that?
The clock and
the screen is literally
shaking.
shaking.
My streaks. just because if I call
And that's
him in now, I'm
exactly
gonna lose out on his
exactly
skill
what it
potential.
looks like when a Cronus Max is being used. So we actually have Jgod with a screen shake on World War II 5 years ago, and we wonder why he defended people like Z-Lane, and we wonder why he defended people like Cronus, Mutex, sorry, I was going to call him Cronex then, but yeah, Mutex, when he got caught with Cronus Pro on his desktop, or we wonder why he defends people like Magnificent, or I don't know, other people like Stu Kawaki. All of these guys at the top, even Jgod himself was one of the people in a Z-Laner video responding to me, helping Z-Laner try and prove it's just aim assist. And this is actually the part where we can clearly see Jgod trying to recreate something that happened with Z-Laner in a clip that didn't really need debunking. Jgod said aim assist does work on players when they are clipping through objects, even if they are solid objects. Thank you, Snake Eyes MM, for jumping in to help me demonstrate this. And actually, we're going to go ahead and listen now to what Jgod had to say in this video.
In here for a quick second. A huge shout out goes out to Jgod and Snake Eyes for showing this clip that I'm about to show, or going and demonstrating exactly what I was talking about here in the video with the lock through the wall that I was talking about in this clip. He's, as I said, again, BadBoy Beaman having another example of him not having knowledge of the game, showing that, and not just doing that, but manipulating clips. So cutting it back, not showing the foot coming through, not showing the gun coming through, and not showing that I actually am, when he says I'm getting lock and I say I'm getting lock, he thinks it's aimbot. Of course he's going to say it's aimbot. And if it was only that this guy was actually didn't have a lot of knowledge on the game and was making these accusations, I would actually have some sort of sympathy. But it's the fact that he goes as far to cut the clips down, as we've shown many times in the video, manipulate the clips, and then make...
And just to be clear, guys, all the stuff he's saying here, if you haven't seen it already, I've got a video that's about 39 minutes long, including all of this, that shows the Z-Laner lied to everybody, including everything that he's saying here about manipulating clips. There's a video proving everything he says to be false information, by the way, but let's just take a look now.
Slow it down and show different shots afterwards that don't even look sus. It's mind-boggling. Anyway, shouts out to Jgod. Shouts out to Snake Eyes as well for putting the clip out there, and yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay, so yeah, so let me see. Oh, there you go. Oh, look, right where you were before?
Yeah, from the back.
I saw your gun through it. Look, right here, just stand right there. Oh, back up. Okay, right there. And then what I'm gonna do is put my sensitivity really high. Just so it's obvious.
Yeah.
And essentially in that moment, the whole point of that clip ever ending up in one of my videos was because Z-Laner said my aimbot, my aim lock, my freaking aim assist locked onto the wall through that guy, or locked through the wall onto that guy. The fact that he said aimbot and aim lock is the thing I focused on, and that's the reason why Z-Laner didn't mention the aimbot thing in that video. But Jgod was there to go to the rescue of somebody like Z-Laner, who's had thousands of clips where he's clearly snapping onto and locking onto enemies. So you ask yourself now, why did Jgod defend somebody like Z-Laner? And my genuine theory behind it is, well, Jgod probably wouldn't be on over 1 million subscribers now if he didn't defend all of these big guys or start reacting to their gameplay and pretending that they were great. All the while knowing full well that in his description of his old videos, he's actually admitted to owning a cheat device that allows you to have scripts. And bear in mind, recently, Jgod went ahead and said this on a video.
Address an exploit that allowed weapons to be fired faster than intended while set to semi-auto fire. And that's when people were using some kind of macro to essentially cheat. Macros are cheating. Macros are cheating.
So based on the information that we have now, Jgod has now come out and stated that macros are cheating. That was Jgod's own words that we've just seen. That's from a very recent video. However, he also had that screen shake back in World War II. And we're not talking the real World War II, we're talking Call of Duty World War II. Jgod openly admitted to owning a Cronus Max whilst having that screen shake in his videos. On top of that, he now admits that macros are cheating. Therefore, fully admitting that he is a cheater. And this is probably the reason why he's defended so many of these large streamers. Maybe he knows exactly what they're up to. Maybe he's using the same thing. But one thing's for sure, I should not have missed this. I should have found that detail a long time ago when Jgod was trying to go head to head with me. Well, Jgod, what have you got to say for yourself? Let me guess. I only used it so I could use an Xbox controller on a PlayStation. Well, if that is the case, why was your screen shaking back in World War II footage? All of them old videos are still there. You can't really go back and delete them now either because, well, that's going to look sus as hell. You openly admitted to owning a Cronus. You openly admitted macros are cheating. Therefore, you are a cheater. Let me know what you guys think of today's video. Some investigation work went into this today. Big shout out to the person who sent me it. I can't really name names because we do keep things anonymous. But yes, hit that thumbs up, guys. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you're new. That way, we'll hit 1 million subscribers very soon. So please do that. Thank you, please. Ta. And also, so you don't miss our future uploads. And if you guys want to contact me about a streamer who you believe is cheating, hit me up over on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman1. And one last thing before we go. If you're anything like me and you're dealing with daily stress and a lot of anxiety, believe me when I say this, Supreme CBD products are unreal. These gummies have helped me massively with the anxiety and stress of my everyday workload, and they could probably help you too if you're dealing with those things. I've got other products here as well, including the oil. These drops work great just before you go into bed. For anybody who has like sleepless nights, these can help massively. And I've got plenty of other products to actually test out from them. I've not tried this yet, but it's the deep freeze balm. I've also got the soft gel capsules, and the reason I chose these is because I've got a sweet tooth and sometimes you can go through the gummies a little bit too fast. And guys, if you want to go and take a look yourself, make sure you use code BBB40 at checkout to save 40%. The link is in the description below.